Alright guys, we have got a data download on JP Dokkan. I did a lot of the showcases for a lot of the characters. We covered the global data download, which also showed us that DOKKANFEST PICCOLO is going to be the main, either DOKKANFEST TUR or summonable LR that is going to ease in the celebration. Piccolo is going to come out next week, I believe on the 2nd. So we're probably going to get another JP data download. It's going to be like 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern on the 1st, which should have the DOKKANFEST Piccolo for JP. The only real difference between the data downloads is, I guess, just LR Prime Battle Krillin's EZ8 is JP only. Everything else is on both versions at the same time. And, I mean, what's funny is that this Krillin is by far the worst thing in here. Like, not even close. Krillin pretty much sucks. I mean, it's his role before and after his EZ8, I feel like is almost exactly the same, right? He's a world tournament, battlefield, super battle road character, and that's pretty much it, right? Like, nothing is really changing with him. So we have a lot here, right? So we have the dual Dokkan Fest, which are just, I don't know. I am leaning towards these are the best designed characters in the game, actually. Because it's like, there's just so many factors with both of them. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, you just have a lot of, like, I feel like with both of these characters, here, we'll put Piccolo first since it's like, they're kind of like, you know, oh, do we just, what? Okay. Since they're kind of like opposing each other. So with these characters, I feel like person A is going to say, oh my god, they're so busted. Screw everything else. They're the best in the game. And then person B is going to say, nah, they suck. And, like, they're both actually kind of be right. Because there's so many different moving parts for both of these units that, like, no two runs are the same. No two people's experiences with these characters are going to be the same. Because there's just, again, so many moving parts in how these characters are going to operate. A good example of this, let's talk about Piccolo and his active skill. So Piccolo's active skill, the way it works is exactly the same as LR Evolution Blue Vegeta, actually, where Vegeta was able to do build up. What was Vegeta's build up? It was his key. It was Vegeta had build up that his active was an AoE, and if it hit multiple enemies, it would build up. Well, the same thing is going to work with Piccolo, right? So Piccolo's active right here. You can use this at any point if you're facing multiple enemies. And then Piccolo has this right here, this build-up. 20% attack and defense with each super attack performed. Every enemy that is hit by his active will proc this. So if you are in World Tournament, you use his active, which you could do immediately. You have the active skill skip on. And the way this should work is, as the active is hitting the enemies, his passive is going to be proccing immediately. So Piccolo should be even better during World Tournament, right? Well, I guess it depends, right? Because Piccolo is int. Remember, he's super effective against all types, so that's against one enemy. So this is not going to be a thing while you're in World Tournament, right? His super effective against all types. So it's like, you know, if you're going up against a powerful physical enemy, Piccolo is probably, might not kill them. I'm actually not sure, like, how good Piccolo is going to be for World Tournament. I'd say the chances are very good. He's the best World Tournament character. No matter what, you do the active, the animation, because it's an AoE, it's still going to be very fast. I mean, I think you will still see, like, whatchamacallit, I believe you're still going to see, like, the finisher of the attack, right? Like, you're going to see each enemy still get hit, but the most of the animation is going to get skipped. And then even if Piccolo doesn't finish off the entire enemy field, remember that he disables the action of every enemy once within the turn. So at bare minimum, Piccolo's active skill functions as a ghost usher, because in World Tournament, every enemy only attacks, well, it's like the first 3 spots will attack once each, and then, you know, the second turn, the next 3 enemies will attack once each. So what this means is Piccolo does his active, and at bare minimum, it's a ghost usher. Best case scenario, it's going to finish the entire enemy field off, right? So even if Piccolo doesn't one-shot the field, he does proc a ghost usher as well. So it's going to be really good. I think you could give this guy crits if you want to think about him towards World Tournament, you know, in that fashion. Powerful physical characters like LR Prime Battle Krillin will certainly slow Piccolo down, I think. I'm not convinced that this guy will one-shot like Prime Battle Krillin, maybe like Physical Dragon Ball Super Broly. Those types of characters could survive. But there's just so much here, right? Like, look at Goku. I think Goku, once this is active, Goku is the best unit in the game. I think he's better than the 8th anniversary LRs, Blue Cow and Goku. Anything you want to mention, Goku is better once this activates. But, I mean, that is not, like, it's not super on command. Let's just revive. The best bet, I would say, is probably Tech LR Carnival Goku in terms of getting a revive off quickly. 8th anniversary GT Vegeta and Goku is another good option. Remember, the thing is, Goku himself doesn't need to revive. He just needs at least an ally to revive, which is super good because Goku's... Bro, you're not going to see this very often. Right? This is not common right here. No way. HP under 59% or less starting from the 6th turn. You are going to see this very, very infrequently, I think so. So if you're going to want... This is why it's so good that they let this part right here. If you're going to see him with this buff, it's very likely going to be because a different character revived, right? Which is super good. Until that activates, though, I mean, this guy, you're flipping coins every turn, right? Like, I can't... I can say with confidence, again, after that activates at the bottom here, he's the best character in the game. But this is the unit that's going to get you killed a lot, right? Like, you're going to die a lot because of this guy. And you're going to win a lot because of this guy. So, it's like, even though he is insanely, ridiculously OP, these characters are balanced. I feel like these characters are just very well designed, right? And there's just a lot here with these characters. I like them a lot. And this is, I mean, you want to talk about a moment in the series that needed to be represented so badly. It's this. I think Dokkan completely nailed it. I think they knocked it out of the park with these characters. Super, super incredible. All right, so let's just go through everything here. So again, we got the dual Dokkan Fest. We got Krillin and Tien, insanely busted banner units. We'll go over them. SDR Cyborg Tao. I actually still have not looked at his kit. We'll do that in a second here. Prime Battle Krillin sucks. Bunch of new events, wallpaper, Jewel. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look what we got here. Promo movie, dual Dokkan Fest, Goku and Piccolo. Now, they do drop in... Oh, I didn't actually pull it up. I mean, I guess we could just go right here to Dokkan info. Goku and Piccolo, they do drop... it's at 10 p.m. Eastern, right? So I guess... Oh, well, it says right there, 18 hours. I feel like the time works pretty well. I actually like this time of release. That's going to work perfectly for me. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, maybe like 7 or 8. You know, I'll have something to eat. I'm going to chill. Then, you know, it's like, all right, live stream summons. And then, you know, link level grinding all night. I have plenty of keys saved up for these boys, so I will be done very fast. That'll be good. Okay, we have the two of them. Awesome. Tien and Krillin. Okay, so Tien, I think, is very good. Right? Like, I'd say Tien is very good. The way he's built is fun. Maybe this is just in my opinion. I do think, like, this much additionals is kind of fun. You know, if Tien comes out and he drops 5 super attacks, which he's capable of, that's pretty fun. Right? Like, that's pretty fun. And Tien gets a lot stronger. He's also very RNG heavy because he's, you know, each super attack is really making him a lot stronger. But they just threw this on right here, which saves the day. This makes him runnable in all the difficult content. I think if he gets up to 4 super attacks, which is certainly tough, he's definitely, I think, double-digit tanking most of the big bosses. So it's just if there's a super attack aimed at him, he has a way to deal with that. I think he's pretty good, right? Tien is on some weak category teams. The World Tournament, a worthy rival, Earthlings. I like him. I like this Tien. I think he's a good banner unit, right? Compare this guy head-to-head against, like, Frost or Gero and Mew. It's ridiculous, right? So Tien is pretty good. Krillin is insane. Krillin is, like, ridiculously busted. So Krillin, when I was using him, Krillin was getting to about 700k defense with 40% damage reduction, and he's a 40% support. Krillin is ridiculously busted. This guy is super good. This is an incredible. This is master class. This is what banner units should strive to be. Is this guy and SCR Piccolo? That is perfect. Supports that are tanky is exactly what we want with these characters. If you're using either of these guys, Krillin is on the team, right? Like, for sure. His design is really strong. I love this character. Like, this is exactly what we want right here. Beautiful, beautiful. Incredibly well done by Dokkan. And remember, keep in mind, he links good with Piccolo Jr., right? I mean, they have Fierce Battle, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, and Incredible Adventure. You know, these links, you know, maybe have not been the greatest, but when all of these characters that just dropped have all got all three, it helps them work well together, right? So keep that in mind as well. So that's pretty good. Yeah, Krillin and Tien, both super good. Cyborg Tao. Let's take a look. I have not read what he does yet. Let's read his super attack first. 50% attack and events 1 turn, supreme damage, high chance to stun. Decent. Okay. He launches super attack when ki is 9 or more. And I see that he gives himself ki. So this is actually like a negative that he does this, because if he additional supers, it means that his additional super is going to be weaker because it's going to trigger at 9 ki. The additional super. When characters do additionals, they're going to do it at the lowest number of ki they can to super. So that means, you know, his additional supers are going to be 9 ki supers, not 12, which means they're going to be weaker. This type of mechanic, this is a relic from way early in the game's history, when you couldn't even get super attacks every turn. I mean, this is kind of, I feel like this just hurts this character. We'll see. 1 ki and 100% attack and defense. Okay, yeah, nice. Great start. Great chance of 1 ki and 100% attack and defense. Okay. If there is a Turtle School category enemy, additional super, and if ki is 9 or more, another 50% attack and defense. Okay. Sure. 50% attack and high chance to crit if the enemy is stunned or sealed. Where's the rest of his kit? Are you sure? Are you for real? That's it? Okay. That's all we got here? That's not, dude, I'm looking. That's, wow. Okay. He sucks. He's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty ass. I guess if you're using this guy, Super Battle Road stages, there's Turtle School enemies. He's got the high chance to stun. That's his value, I guess. This guy sucks. This is terrible. Yep, look at that link set. Nice and terrible, just how we like it on our free-to-play characters. Yep, absolutely god-awful. I mean, he is Unearthling, a Revenge, doesn't have the most characters ever. World Tournament. Previously, World Tournament was the worst category in the game, and I would say literally anything at all that World Tournament gets is helpful. That's probably still true, although now we legitimately have some of the best characters in the game on the World Tournament category. Okay. Yeah, this guy's really bad. Holy shit. Okay, sure. So LR Krillin is not the worst character in the data download, yeah. Then we get LR Krillin ZZAO brother. This guy is shitty too. So, leader skill, Earthling category key 4 and 160% of stats. Okay, decent. 12 key super, he stacks attack, 30% defense, colossal damage, all enemies, medium chance to stun. 18 key, he stacks attack and defense, med colossal damage, and then greatly lowers enemy attack. So he greatly lowers attack now. I guess decent for like Super Battle Road or something like that. Although you probably want to aim for his 12 key AoE anyway, probably, right? And his passive 3 key 160% defense, 60% attack on super, 30% attack if it's an 18 key super. Then he gets 6 key and 60% attack and defense against 1 enemy. He gets an additional that has a rare chance to be a super when facing 2 or more enemies. Then he gets 20% attack and defense per existing enemy when facing 2 or more enemies. It starts from the second enemy and then launches an additional super against 6 or more enemies. So this entire last portion is just to help him in World Tournament. That's his role. He does seem a little bit better for World Tournament. I saw a lot of people upset because this additional might proc before his guaranteed additional, which means he would, super normal and then do his double super. And they're like, oh, they made him so much slower. I don't know that it really matters. I mean, yeah, he is a little bit, literally a speck slower, but that's not a big deal. I don't consider that big of a deal. It's going to be a little bit of a waste of time, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, Krillin, he's going to be a little bit better for World Tournament, but it's still going to be the double Piccolo show, I imagine, or the Brolys and stuff like that. This is just not good. I don't envision Krillin tanking any high-level bosses, whereas Prime, and you could say, oh my god, now you're being so hard, Mickey Mouse checklist. Prime Battle Cell could tank normals. I'm cool with that. Krillin, I don't know. Probably not. No way. I mean, it's like, because I had him juiced up with a lot of his shit with support, and this boy was barely clocking in at 400k defense. That's an NO Krillin. I felt like Cell was able to build up a little easier, a little bit more consistently with some of his links and stuff like that. This is just not what we're looking for. I'm not a fan of Krillin. So we have the Tao stage. Sure. We got the Tao medals, Dokkan events for Goku and Piccolo, W. We have the EZA area Struggling Earth Warriors. This is for Krillin, right? That's coming out. Wait, when does Krillin come out? Does he just come out at the same? Probably just a few hours after the rest of the characters. At the normal time? Yeah, he comes out at normal time. No, no, he comes out on the 1st. Okay. Sure. What, the 1st? Okay. He comes out on the 1st, and then Dokkanfest Piccolo comes out on the 2nd. Sure, whatever. Boss Rush Stage 17. Not really that exciting, but it is some stones. Powerful oh my god, that's gonna go down very easily. Powerful comeback Super Battle Road. Okay, sure. Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Are you kidding? Perfect timing. Interesting. Okay. We'll see how I'm going to handle that. Yeah. I mean, I tend to... Super Battle Road stages are just so free and easy now. I usually do get to these like a week late. So I don't... I don't know. I doubt this will be very tough. We'll see. We'll see. The wallpaper, I believe this is just logging in. This is so raw. Like the fight of Dragon and Tiger. Like, oh my god, that's like some Yakuza shit. Like, Goku's gonna rip the gi off and have the dragon tattoo. Like, oh my god. Actually, Goku is probably... Wait, is Goku the dragon or the tiger? Goku's probably the tiger, right? And Piccolo's the dragon? Okay. Oof. Damn, dude, that is a nice one. That is a fire wallpaper for sure. Blue Stone, this is something you buy, obviously. And then a bunch of, sort of like story event cut-ins and stuff like that. Oh, and we did have the banners. Let me, Harry Turney, tweeted them out nicely. Let's just go ahead and pull this up real fast, and then we'll end. If you're a JP player, should you summon? Maybe it's completely up to you. The one thing that you do want to keep in mind is that if you're global, I think you go crazy, man. I mean, the Yellow Coin LR in part 2, I guess it could be a Carnival, part 2 banner. It could be, right? There's going to be Super 17 at the start of June. LR Super Boo is in the middle of June. What global player cares about Kale or Super Boo? Is probably not a lot. Obviously, there's Kale fans. There's Boo fans. But I feel like most people do not give two shits about either of those characters, right? And then you have Anniversary coming up for global. Although global players really should always really think hard about worldwide. Because those characters take so long to return, right? Whereas Anniversary characters, about 6 months and they come back on global. Whereas like the worldwide characters, it's like damn near like 11 months until they return. All right, so here is Goku and Piccolo's banner. Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan returning is very nice. That's certainly a W. Physical Super Saiyan 3 is ass. This character is ass now, right? Like, there's just so many better options. EGL Cell, I mean, when he gets to perfect, he's pretty good, right? Like, but it's, you still got to go through a couple of turns of bullshit to get there. Kid Buu, I mean, he's decent next to Super Buu, but we're now, like, Kid Buu was just such a sad release at this point, right? Like he just never had a chance, because we're now at the point where he gets a perfect leader for him and he's still just like gonna be like okay. It's like he's never gonna be fully dominant. At the very least, this guy, you know, the day he came out, you could use him everywhere, fully dominant. And even in Red Zone, you know, there was very few characters who were hyper competitive in Red Zone the day it dropped on JP. This guy was, so he did have his time in the sun. Yeah, so I don't know. If you're on JP, if you're summoning for these, we have, again, either a yellow coin or a Carnival LR in May. We're going to get a Dokkanfest at the end of May. Who knows? Let's pray it's another villain. How about Demon King Piccolo? That'd be a W. Then we're going to get another LR in June, and then we're going to get a second LR in June, a Dokkanfest LR. So June for JP is essentially Dokkanfest, yellow coin LR, Dokkanfest LR. Right? And then we're going to get another LR in July, either Carnival or Yellow Coin LR. That's why people are like, oh, Goku and Piccolo Jr. should be LRs. It's like, I mean, we have 50 LRs coming up. You guys do understand that, right? Like, yeah, we do need some TURs at some point. I mean, keep in mind, JP literally goes Carnival LR, Dokkanfest LR, Dokkanfest LR, Dokkanfest LR, Dokkanfest LR, Carnival LR, Carnival LR. That's exactly how it went. I'm not exaggerating. JP went Carnival LR, Dokkanfest LR, Dokkanfest LR, Dokkanfest LR, Dokkanfest LR, Carnival LR, Carnival LR. That's what JP went, right, during December, January, and February. So it's like, yeah, we could have some TURs sometimes, man. It's okay. I promise y'all will be okay with some TURs, normal TURs sometimes. And then there's a special battlefield coming out. Oh, actually, let me pull up her return. I saw he tweeted out the enemies for Battlefield. This is a special battlefield that apparently both Global and JP are getting right here. These are going to be the enemies. So let me know what you guys think about the JP data download. Again, everything is the same on Global and JP. The only real difference is that Prime Battle Krillin is on JP. Dokkanfest Piccolo ZZA was in Global's data download, but that's going to be on both versions, right? Global has some extra tickets. I assume it's peel off trove stuff, but maybe it's the normal step ups. I mean, that would be a Global W for sure. But yeah, this celebration is looking to be off to a really good start. Let's hope for some nice, difficult content on Goku Day. Maybe a new legendary Goku event. Remember, in Dragon Ball, Demon King Piccolo declares that May 9th is Piccolo Day, so maybe we get a legendary Piccolo event. There's possibilities where we go like old DKP, young DKP, Piccolo Jr., you know, Piccolo fused with Nail, Piccolo fused with Kami, Power Awakening Piccolo, Orange Piccolo. Like, how fire would that be? All the stages of the two Piccolos, like, that would be sick, right? Like, that could be something that would happen on May 9th. I don't know. Because this does seem like more of a Piccolo-themed celebration. But, you know, we'll see what's going to happen. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I love y'all. And I'll catch you guys next time.